Hello again, this is Dan Kibbe with Jeet Kune Do, Physiology, and more. This video is based primarily on the two ending parts of my training, which number one, time and retention, number two, speed training. Varies on the exercises. This end of part of my training is going to be based on the fact that I did punches starting with my ankle weights, then I did overhead barbell press, standing French press, and then I did bent over barbell rows immediately followed by some pull-ups, so wide arm pull-ups only this time. And the last set I actually did a couple single arm wide arm pull-ups, and then I ended with my wrist rollers for my grip strength. So time and retention based on what I just did. For the punching aspect, we are going to usually use a 10-pound weight. So this is a more thorough detail of time and retention. Hold out here just like your full execution of a punch. Come in, count to about 10 or whenever you feel the hardest position. 1, 2, and as you're coming in, it's just like you're pulling back from a punch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You feel it right there and just hold it for about 13 seconds, approximately. 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, then go in for 7. 1, 2, till the very end of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come out. All right, switch arms. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there, and you can really feel the tightness. You can feel the stretch. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's for the punches. Now for the overhead press, I am going to do one of two things. My favorite is actually a cat stretch. Let me show you that one because that one's honestly amazing. Cat stretch is a specific type of push-up I learned from one of Bruce Lee's training books called Art of Expressing the Human Body. If any of you are familiar with that, if not, I recommend checking it out. So, actual cat stretch itself is where you go like this, slide your chest, and push up. So, this is one of the most difficult time and retention exercises, which means it's one of the most effective. So, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yes, that was difficult, but that is a good thing. So, for my triceps, I am going to also do overhead French press. Same simulation, except for we're going to do the time and retention aspect of it. So let's get this a little bit more picture here. So, all right. I could also do some diamond push-ups, but I'm just going to choose this one this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up. Okay. Now for curls, I actually will just do barbell curl. So go ahead and get in, start the up position, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do one final contraction. Okay, now to back exercise. I will either do bent over barbell rows or some pull-ups. In this situation, I'm going to do some bent over barbell rows. Okay, here we go. Again, you still want to focus on your technique. Okay, so these ones. So bend your legs, come down. Okay, do an actual repetition. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. Keep your back straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back up. Okay, and for my forearms, I didn't do a whole lot of for forearm exercises with this training session. Simple fact, giving them a little bit of rest. I've been working on them more intensely recently, like I normally prefer to do. However, for the time and retention on my grip strength, what I'm going to use, I have these wonderful hand grippers. This one, I guess you can't really see it, 200 pounds of resistance, 300 pounds of resistance. So what I'll do, same thing, time and retention, okay, is I will squeeze all the way, well, as far as you can go anyway. 1, 2, 3, slowly, very slowly let go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay. Switch hands. Squeeze all as far as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One thing too, anytime you're working hand grippers, your forearms period, you always want to have your arms as straight as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be working your triceps, biceps, other muscles you don't want to work. 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you're probably wondering why I have the 300s here. I'm going to maximize, so instead of doing the actual time retention, still since it's a strength base, I'm just going to squeeze it 300 pounds as far as I can with my forearms being pretty fatigued. Twice with my left hand because that grip's a little bit not as strong, and then with my right hand. Okay, all right, there is the time and retention part. Okay, I went ahead and took my 1 minute rest since I finished my time and retention, so now I'm going to get into the speed training. Now normally for punches, since I obviously usually work my triceps as well, for my punches themselves and my triceps, I just do fast punches because you are working triceps when you punch right here. That's why they call the tricep the boxer's muscle, because it is very involved in your punching technique. So normally what I'll do is I'll start off, just kind of do a couple, maybe just quick jabs. So each one, okay, and then I'll kind of work into it a little bit. So switch sides, same thing. Okay, then I'll do just kind of a quick, not sure what Bruce Lee called this. It's basically how he would practice doing a hook the opposite way that most people do. Most people, and I do it sometimes, I do both ways, but most people will do a hook where they start with a stance where they're using a rear arm like this, okay? However, Bruce Lee thought of a technique to do hooks just like this. Slow motion, out like that. you can get you direct energy production right here. Can work both ways. I recommend practicing both. So let's go. Again, we're just doing speed right now. So for speed training. So same thing here. That. So then I'll just kind of do a few faster ones to end it with some good speed. Depending on what it is. So all right. So okay, for my biceps, I have this cool little tool, equipment, whatever you want to call it here. And I'll just simply go like this. And that helps there. And if you really want to maximize your triceps, you could also do this as far as speed. But I usually don't. All right. Okay, now for my forearms, I will either do my wrist pull fast or grab these hand grippers. The reason I mention hand grippers so much is because they're going to work both your forearm flexors. They call that because when you use these muscles, they flex. And your forearm extensors, because when you move your hand like this, they extend. So these hand grippers are actually going to work a little bit of both. So what I do is I take standard, just basic hand grippers, find them at any retailer for probably $5, $10, maybe less, depending on where you go and how cheap you're looking for. These are just basic. So I have 2 of them, so it's a little bit quicker. So I just do fast movements with it. Just about 20, 23 or so, whatever it may be. Okay, now the final step of the speed training, which actually involves constant blood flow, which I'll explain in a moment. So what I mean by constant blood flow is Bruce Lee emphasized in his training the art of circuit training. Now, basic circuit training, you're going to use lighter weight, 30 to 45 seconds, give or take. However, my concept on it is this. It is very effective. However, that is the reason that I do the training the way I do is because you get the conditioning, strength aspects. I do it in a circuit fashion, but since we're actually using heavier weights, doing more intense exercises, yes, it's a lot more of a caloric expenditure. However, it is also much more effective, as well as shortening your training, still getting that high intensity. The circuit training, the idea of it is constant blood flow, where you're getting blood flow throughout your entire body. So since I mainly just worked my upper body, now I'm going to do some upper and lower body exercises to get that blood flow going. Any of you who are familiar with what's called the venous return to your heart, it's also going to help enhance that as well. And any of you who don't know, that basically means that when you're working, say, your upper body, okay, most of your blood is going to pool or going to flow in your upper body because that's what you're working. The venous return means you're going to get that blood flow pushed back throughout your entire body to get the proper amount of blood back into the heart. It helps your recovery, helps decrease muscle soreness and other good factors as well. So start off, we'll do clean and press. One of my favorite overall exercises. It's a very good warm-up and a very good way to end with some speed training. So there you go. Do 7 to 9 of them usually, depending. 4, 5. We'll do 7. And then at the end, okay. Now, final part of it, we're going to do some kettlebell swings, which is also going to enhance speed and power in your back. Hence, the fact that I did some back training. Okay, so start up here. Okay, let's try it again. Usually do 9 to 14. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that is time and attention followed by speed training. You're going to want to take a minute rest in between each one. Time and attention, 1 minute speed training. Again, this is Dan Kibbe with Jeet Kune Do Physiology and more. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell and comment as much as you like. Thank you and have a good day.